So we have looked what happens when a node in a zone fails, or I can say what happens when a node fails inside a inside a zone and inside a region, right? Right. So I want to tell now something now. What will happen if an entire data, or I should say entire data node fails? So that what I'm trying to say is what happens when this entire region, not region, entire zone will fail. So it is very important to know that when an entire zone will fail, we talk about a term called as zone redundancy. So if you look at the zone redundant configuration here, it is very much like the premium configuration. So let me go back to my previous slide. So here we can see the premium configuration. So this is the zone configuration. So the only what is going on here in our zone redundancy, the difference here is that the secondary node in this one, we can see here, this secondary node has been put in two different zone than in the same zone. So over here we have different zone. We have here one zone and other zone is one over here. So what is going on? So we have one zone here, second zone here, and third zone here, and these secondary nodes, they have been put in two different zones. And if there is a failover, it can be a planned or an unplanned, our application will direct into the secondary zone. So if there is the if the whole data center goes down for some reason, then we still have the secondary backup, or we have the secondary zone which is up and running over here, which will take over this primary zone and our application will connect here. So this is an option for high availability within the region for our SQL server, and there will be no extra cost as mentioned here. And also the steps to follow is application will connect to the primary replica in an availability zone, and the data is synchronously replicated to two or more secondary replicas in other availability zones. So it can be AZ or AZ3, and if AZ1 will fail, Azure will instantly promote secondary replica in AZ2 or 3 as the new primary. And also we can see here the Azure Traffic Manager. So Azure Load Balancer, it will redirect the traffic to the new primary without application downtime. And also as one primary replica will go to the secondary replica, there will be some in-page network latency for the particular OLTP performance, or I can say for the particular OLTP transactions. Now we have seen what happens when a single node in the region zone fails. We have seen what happens when an entire data center fails inside a zone. Now I want to talk something like what happens. Again, I'll go back to this diagram. What happens when this entire region will fail? This entire region will fail. What will happen? So if this whole region will go down for some reason, so for some kind, it can be some, we can say some natural calamity, then we'll have our backups which we need. So this is what we can option for disaster recovery. So that is for that we need to make sure that our database will be replicated in a separate region. So that's what we can go into our region B, that is our read only. So we call it as a dual redundancy or geo replication within the server. So we'll look into another topic, that is geo replication. So over here I have created a PPT for geo replication as well. So this is our geo replication. So what is geo replication? So it's a disaster recovery solution that will allow you to create up to 4 secondary replicas of an Azure SQL database in different Azure regions. So if you look at this diagram here, we have the primary location. So primary location, or I should say primary logical server here, and this is the secondary logical server is configured into some other secondary region. So primary logical server is in primary region, secondary logical server is in secondary region. And because if we have configured your application, our data from primary replica will be replicated into the data in the secondary logical server. And if there is a read-write application, it will redirect to the primary server. But because we have the exact copy of data from the primary here, if there is a read-only application over here, like will it be kind of application, it can be direct to the second logical server as well. So that's what is saying over here on the geo replication. So primary database region A will handle all the read-write operations, and Azure will asynchronously replicate data to a geo secondary in region B. So this is our region B. And in case of a failure in region A, you can manually or automatically fail over to region B. And secondary database will become our new database. So I'll show this in the Azure portal so you can understand it much clearer. So we are here in our Azure portal. So I have already created a database, and we have the location is set to East US2. So if we look at on our left hand side, there is an option called data management. Under data management, there is an option called replicas. Click on replicas. So over here, there is no replica. We'll create a replica for our database. So over here, there is geo replica, standby replica. So as it says, so this one is resides on a different logical server from the primary. So we'll come down under the same subscription. So we can't use the same server. So we have to use something else. So I'll give another server name, like something like db demo 102 I'll give. Okay, so that is available. And we'll choose a location for this one. I'll choose something like US West US2. Okay, we'll see if that's available. Yeah, that is available. So we can choose that. We'll come down, click on use authentication, give your details. Okay, that's done. And we click on OK. Okay, so come down and we'll see you can configure our database, standard series. So if you come down over here, it's already provisioned. So just click on apply. And over here, you can see the zone redundancy. So over here, there's two options. One is locally redundant, another is geo redundant backup storage. So I'll choose geo redundant and we'll go ahead and create our geo replica. Go to next, leave the default setting as it is. So this will take some 3 to 4 minutes to create a geo replica. So we'll come back to this once it's created. Okay, so our geo replica has been created. We'll click on go to resource. So if we click on replicas, we can see here on it's still loading. Hold on. So one thing I want to point out, yeah, you can see here our primary database is here and geo replica is in our West US2. That's the one I've chosen. And also we can see that its replica state is in readable. And one thing I want to point out is that you can create up to 4 geo replicas with manual failover. And also if I click on this 3 button over here, there is an option called as forced failover. So what this forced failover will do is that the old primary database, this one will become our primary. This one will become our secondary, I mean, and this one will become our primary. And that's what I wanted to. So this one will be our primary and this one will be our secondary. So that's vice versa, something like this. And we can see here that's in our server DB108 demo, and this is in our DB demo 102, the same database name, but it has been replicated in another region. And let me show you something inside this. So it's in a readable form. So I want to tell you something more about another term called as failover group. So if I go into my DB108 database, and if I click on this server name, on the left hand side, if I come down, you can see under over here under data management, there is an option called as failover group. So what is a failover group? So it's a SQL Server feature designed to manage replication, or we can say it is a disaster recovery solution. It can allow to allows multiple databases to fail over together from one region to another. So I'll just show you a demo. So if I click on add group, I can enter the fail group name. So something I'll give it as fail group demo 1. So that name is available, and I should choose a server. So which server I'll choose? This one is not allowed. So it is same as the partner. So I can only choose the second one. So let me choose the second one. And database within the group. So let me choose the database. So that will allow me my first database to be chosen. So over here, so I can choose here the create standby replica or no, but I don't need that for this demo. So let me only choose the primary one, and let me click on create. So this will take like 1 minute. So what it does, so this can, it's something like this. So if your primary database is in region A and a secondary copy exists in region B, so if region A will fail, Azure will automatically switch your application to region B without downtime. So there will be no downtime. So if I click on notifications, it's still submitting deployment. So after creating the failover group, let me check this. We can check our primary and our secondary servers listed. So this will take some time to get created. Yes. So you can see here the failover group is created. So if I click on go to resource, so over here we can see, let me close the notifications. Yes, we can see here that our storage account main is in Southeast Asia, and our primary one is in database in East US 2, and our second one that we have created is in West US. So that's about failover groups. So Azure will basically redirect the traffic to the second region automatically. Welcome to LWP Labs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to view free Azure DevOps live classes. And for more videos like this, please contact the number shown in the description. Happy learning!